I'm going to tell you a story. In fact, more than a story, a true story. It began many years ago when I was working for Folsom Prison. I lived in Sacramento and commuted there every day, about maybe 15 miles, 20 miles up Highway 50. And one day I was working on something, a piece of equipment, and I needed, which was not unusual, that I needed to take a trip from the prison into into Sacramento to a place called Sacramento Electronics, where a really sweet girl named Wendy worked. I'll tell you about that story some other time. And I went there to get some parts. And en route back to the prison up Highway 60, as I was driving, there I looked to my left, and there was this beautiful, beautiful girl in the passenger seat of a car whose driver was another young lady. Not quite as attractive as the one in the passenger seat, but still a pretty good looking gal. And so she was smiling at me, and she was pretty. And of course, I was not bad looking in those days myself. Look at what the years have done. Such is life. We have to get old sooner or later, don't we? So, at one point, she held up her phone number on a piece of paper, a large piece of paper, and I wrote it down, while, of course, continuing to watch the road. And then I had to get off the exit for Folsom Lake, Folsom Prison, and they continued up north on Highway 60. No, not northeast on Highway 60. So about 2 weeks later, no, not 2 weeks later. What am I talking about? I called her a couple of days later, or a day later, talked to her, and we arranged to meet at a Denny's a little ways up Highway 60 between Folsom Lake and Placerville. And it was a Denny's right next to the, I believe it was the Placerville Fairgrounds. And we had dinner, and that's where my story begins. I'll continue at chapter 2.